Kia ora and welcome to the short video about full frame and crop sensors and how the image sensor size affects the field of view. Digital cameras use different image sensor formats. For example, 4/3, APS-C or full frame. Full frame is a term used for an image sensor format which is the same size as 35mm film. Now, let's have a look at what field of view means. Basically, the field of view is what the camera sees. And what the camera sees depends on the type of lens that you're using and its focal length. The focal length is the distance between the center of the lens and its focal point. For the picture to be in focus, the focal point is essentially where the image sensor is. You can see how the focal length affects the field of view. The shorter the focal length, the wider the field of view. And the longer the focal length, the narrower the field of view. The field of view can also be described by the angle of view. This focal length here gives us a relatively wide field of view when using a full frame sensor. But now let's have a look at what happens if we use a smaller sensor or crop sensor. As you can see, the field of view is much narrower now. Note that we didn't change the lens or its focal length, yet our field of view has changed. To get the same field of view as with the full frame sensor before, we have to change the focal length. Most digital cameras use sensors that are smaller than full frame. Hence, they have a crop factor or focal length multiplier when it comes to their field of view. For example, a Nikon APS-C sensor has a multiplier of 1.5. That means a 50mm Nikon lens mounted on a camera with an APS-C sensor acts effectively as a 75mm lens on a full frame camera. Here's another way to look at it. The smaller sensor can only capture a certain part of what the full frame sensor sees, and not the whole image. That's why you end up with a cropped or zoomed image. Thanks for watching.